Hi, this is Tim Pritchett. I'd like to give you a list of the biggest mistakes that people make when they're purchasing a home and how to avoid them. And so the first one is in the area of getting your loan. Many times people feel like, I think I'll find out what my loan approval amount is, and so they go to their bank or their credit union. And who wouldn't? That seems logical. Well, that's usually a big mistake. They don't have the best programs. I've seen people get bad advice many times from their bank or their credit union because that person sitting on the other side of the desk really may not have years and years of experience, or they may not have many options, many of the various options that are available, because they only have what that bank offers. So the first thing you want to do is call me and let me put you in touch with one of my preferred lenders. Here's some of the mistakes I've heard banks tell people. Oh, you can't get a loan right now. Your credit score is too low. Well, your credit score might be too low for them, but is it too low for one of my lenders? Many times not. Oh, pay these things off and then we can get you a loan. You know, I've had that happen, and actually it was the wrong advice. Their credit score went down instead of up. Now, that might surprise you, but you have to understand how credit scoring works. Talking to one of my preferred lenders is the first step, and they'll tell you, no, don't pay that off. That'll actually hurt you. Or do pay that off. Another one is you can't buy a house right now. You're self-employed. You've only been on the job 1 year. You need to have 2 years tax returns. That's common, but I have lenders that can do it sooner. So I just had a client come to me and say, yeah, I was told I can't get a loan. And I said, and that was a year ago. So have housing prices gone up or down in the last year? We all know they've gone up. So a year ago they were told they couldn't get a loan. However, that wasn't true. They couldn't get a loan through that lender, through that bank or credit union. That's costing them a lot of money. That was bad advice, bad information. But why do you need to get the loan in the first place? And that is something we have to have in order to go shopping. We don't know, until we get your loan approval, we don't know what price range your loan will be in, and we don't know what areas then to start looking in, because some areas are a lot more expensive than others. Also, we can't make any offers without a loan approval. Sellers will not consider an offer that's not accompanied by an actual loan approval. That's a lot having to do with the loan. Those are some of the major mistakes. So call me. I'll put you in touch with one of my lenders. I have various preferred lenders that I use, and I'll talk with you. I'll find out a little bit about your situation, and then I will put you in touch with the lender that I think is best suited for your specific situation. All right, another one is the whole process of buying the house. First of all, many times people work with the wrong agent. Yes, I know. You expect me to say that. Well, not every agent is the same. Not every real estate broker is the same. I've been doing this 30 years. In that amount of time, I've actually encountered a lot of different situations, scenarios, and developed a lot of solutions for each of those situations. And an agent that's only been in the business, say, 10 years just hasn't seen as many of the things that I've seen. And many times only knows what they've been told by their broker. And their broker may not be that creative. In fact, I find a lot of people, their brokers are not that creative, and they don't have good solutions for them. Another thing, though, is we're in a very competitive market right now. Now, markets change, but right now, as I'm standing here, most properties have multiple offers. When you when you put an offer on a home and there are other people trying to get that same house, does your agent have a tactic and a strategy to get you that house if that's the right house for you? I have those. I've developed strategies that are very unique. And so we've had situations where we've had 8 other offers. My buyer got the house. We've had another situation I'm thinking of with the buyer, 16 offers on that house. My buyer got the house. 15 other buyers had to go keep shopping. And it was the right house for my buyer. He did not want to lose the house. This is common. In fact, I've probably only had 2 or 3 buyers purchase homes recently where there were not multiple offers on the house. And that's critical. How are we going to win that? So that is a huge piece. Also, if there are not multiple offers on the house, is your agent going to be able to negotiate the very, very best price, the very best deal? They call me the negotiator. My clients gave me that handle many, many years ago because they saw that I fight for every dollar, just as if it's my own money. Another big, big mistake is, and this is huge, and this will surprise you, not buying the house when you find it. Many times people have found an extremely, back to the lending. This goes back to the lending. Another reason why I get pre-approved right away, before I forget, is get approved. You go, well, I'm not going to buy a house for 4 months. Why should I get approved now? Oh, get approved now. Why is that? Because during that 4 months, you think we might stumble on a super really good deal. I got a call just 2 weeks ago, and this is not unusual, from someone who was referred to me, I think 3 months ago or more. And I said, you need to get your loan approved. Yeah, well, we're not going to buy it for a while. Yeah, but go ahead and get it approved. You really should. No, okay, well, they thought they would, but I think, life happens. They procrastinated, and they didn't do it. Guess what? They called me like last weekend and said, oh man, I found this super good house, this great deal. It's down the street. It just came on the market. It's the perfect house. We want to buy that house. That's the one for us. Well, okay, well, you didn't get approved. Now it's going to take a few days to get approved. That house sold. There were 4 offers on the home within 24 hours. The seller took the best one. They needed to sell right away, and this person missed out. Don't let that be you. Get approved, and then you're ready to go. You can pull the trigger if something great falls in your lap. All right, back to the other aspect, though, of buying the house when you see it. When you first, I've seen more people over 30 years, this is the biggest mistake I have seen people make, is when they find the right house, many times they don't act. They don't pull the trigger. I don't know if it's fear or whatever. Many times people ask me, well, how long is it going to take to find the right house? And you know what? It takes about as long as you think it's going to take. That's actually the truth. It's kind of funny. Some people think, well, I'm probably going to take me 2 or 3 months. And others think, well, they take my advice, and I tell them, look, as soon as we find the right house, buy it, because it might not be, may not get another one that's that good right away. Now, am I a real estate agent just trying to make a quick sale? Well, you don't know me very well if you think that, okay? I'm on your side. I want you to get the very best deal possible. But here's what happens. When you first start shopping, there are a group of homes. There might be 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 houses. So now you've got a pool of homes to choose from, and now you have the best opportunity to eliminate down to the best house. And once you do, assuming one of them is a good house and it really does meet your needs, you should act. You should buy that house. Why is that? Because over the course of the next 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 other houses will trickle into the market that fit your needs, and that good one will be gone, and now you're just waiting and waiting and waiting for another good one to come along. You don't get the opportunity to select from a pool of houses. And so over the years, I've seen people miss out many, many times because they didn't act. You need to take advantage of that opportunity you have at the beginning. And if we don't find the right house right out of the gate, okay, we'll keep shopping. That is, of course, what I'm committed to doing. But I'm thinking of several clients, one that missed out on a phenomenal house, and but they had we haven't seen enough homes, Tim. There's only the 3rd house we've seen, or the 2nd house we've seen, I forget. It was very soon. And, oh no, we can't just buy, the old axiom, don't buy the first house you see. Well, it was pretty early in the process, and guess what? We spent months, 3, 4 months. I had a person take up to a year to find another house that was even close. And guess what happened in the case I'm talking about? After several months, they finally found another house for more money, a lot more money, because that's the type of market that we were in. It was going up. And it wasn't as good of a house, but it was the best they'd seen. It was the 2nd best house they'd seen, and they didn't want to miss it. So take my advice. When we find the right house, I will tell you, if we can do better, I will honestly tell you, don't buy it, we can do better. But when I tell you, pull the trigger on this, because I don't think we can do better, I really feel like this is the right one, give that strong consideration and don't let fear set in. Move ahead with boldness and courage, because each house that when we purchase a home, here's the interesting thing. I've heard many, many times, oh, I wish I had taken your advice and purchased that home. I hear that so much. I have yet to hear anyone ever go, oh man, I wish I hadn't bought this house. I wish I would have waited. I've never heard that. Not once. Why is that? Because I know what you're looking for. I find out the right parameters, the right ingredients, the things you need in your home. And then when we find it, I say, I'll tell you to do it. Especially if you're buying a home now it doesn't matter if it's for a residence or for a business. It doesn't really matter. Investment, move forward with confidence and boldness. And in the odd chance that wasn't the right house, which I've had happen, I can get you out of that deal. I can get you out of that deal, no harm, no foul, no money lost. But if you pass it up, and then someone else gets it, you're out. I'm thinking of another one too. They didn't want to, it was like, we don't, I said, look, it was multiple offers, and I told them, go higher. I said, go up to this price. This is the price you're going to have to go to get this house. It was $3,500. $3,500 more than they wanted to spend. And I said, look, for $3,500, monthly payment on that is what? Maybe under $20 a month more. I said, believe me, you'll be glad you took this house. It's a much better buy than you'll find, I think, again. Okay, well, they didn't take my advice, and in their case, 6 months late, we looked and looked and looked, and they compared everything to that house. Oh no! And I said, forget that. It's gone. We won't find it again. They ultimately purchased a home 6 months later, approximately. Again, it wasn't as good. It wasn't as it didn't fit their needs quite as well, but it was the best thing we'd seen, and they didn't want to make the same mistake. So they paid more. It was above that. They'd have been better off paying the $3,500 because this house was more expensive. And in the end, I really believe they just kind of got tired of shopping and made the best decision they could make at the moment, but it wasn't the best house for them. Okay, those are some of the big ones. There are many more. I'll coach you through the process as we move forward together. I will make sure and let you know if you are falling into one of the other traps, mistakes that I've seen made. But those are some of the really big ones, and I hope you've enjoyed this and that you get a lot of value from this information. Again, my name is Tim Pritchett, 30 years experience as a real estate agent and investor, second generation real estate investor. My mother was in real estate as an investor also. And my phone number is 206-799-2307. I look forward to talking with you and helping you and coaching you through this process to a successful conclusion. Thanks.